everybody, welcome to Aphinya Yoga, and I am Aphinya. Today's video is to taking care of your tight hip and some achy lower back. Okay? I will see you on the mat. Before we start, would you please have a couple blocks, a strap, or maybe a blanket handy, especially if your floor is kind of tough and your knee doesn't like the floor as much. Also, this video will be for level 1 and people who quite tight and weak in the muscles. Okay? We start by lying down onto the back. Move your props aside. And you interlace your hand, reach long out to your arm, out to your legs when you exhale. And you can also, you can see me, I kind of go sideways. So I stretch one side or the other. One at a time, or just long spine. And from here, rock the hip side to side, please. After that, stopping the hip, roll your ankles toward one another. Do 5 times. While you're still reaching, and 5 times the other side. From here, arms and legs up to the sky. Soften your elbow and your knee joints. And keep breathing, you shake. Really make the muscles loose, joints loose. And you stop. Knees together, top the chest. Shoulders are open. Chest is open and shoulders is crowded. And you exhale, open your knees apart. And you circle them away. Let them meet. Inhale, bring them back to the chest. Okay? Or do not worry so much about the breathing. Just move. And you just breathe deeply in. In chain direction. You can do 5 on each side. From here we go into happy baby. So the feet up toward the ceiling. You open your legs apart, wider than your torso. You hold the outside edge of your feet. You can even hold the inside edge of your feet. You cannot hold that. Please grab a strap. Make your arms longer. The key is to get your feet up toward the ceiling the best you can. You open your knee to the side, so we get into the hips opening here. And you pull your knee straight downward, and you just resist that a little bit so your muscles are engaged. You rock hip side to side. Okay? You have options right here. If you're tight, just make sure that your arms are long, and it might mean that you need to use a strap. Or not, pull it with your hands. And from here we go into Supine, feet together, knees apart, and you get your feet on the floor. And you knock your knees side to side, and you interlace your hand and extend your spine long again. You stop that, knees together, come up the chest, wide arms. Core engaged, shoulder grounded. Drop your knees side to side. Exhale, knees drop. Please keep the opposite shoulders on the floor. Allow your core to participate just a little bit, so you don't want your shoulder to lift. Okay? Let the knees go as far as the opposite shoulder can be on the ground. Spread your fingers wide apart. Your wrist crease parallel to the front edge of your mat. Four corners of the palms on the ground. Claw the floor with your finger pads. I believe that hand actions are important to protect your elbow and your shoulders. Also, please don't hyperextend your elbow. Tap your toes under. Make the shin part of your leg parallel to one another. So it's about hip distance or shoulder distance or a little bit wider between those two. And we make big circle. We do 5 times. 2, 3. Let your neck move to this. 4, ha. 5. And let's go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here we do easy side stretch. This one is what I call. You balance on your right hand, move the shin parallel to the front edge of the mat, and you kick your left leg out. Left hand going to go alongside the ear, but before you do that, you push your weight back toward the legs, and also move your hips over knee. This is a time when you feel like you cannot really get your hips from the back forward. Height will be a good friend for you, and you can actually change the shape of your hand. Just make sure that your wrist is supported. Okay. So 5 at first. Turn your hips over knee, weight toward the leg. Inhale deep. You exhale, you stretch. Inhale. Exhale, stretch. And you square the chest and the hip to the floor. We do thread the needle here. You square your hip, then thread your right hand underneath your left. Hips over knee. Exhale. Look up to the sky. Use your right hand, bring it close to your face, and you push the floor away to draw your shoulder back. And you lengthen your right hip back. And you feel the stretch along the right side of your body. I know you cannot see the front right now, but you can see on the other side. So if you're studying in the video, you can kind of go forward and take a look at it, okay? And then inhale, come up. And we repeat. This one is your left hand on the floor. The shin parallel to the front edge of the mat. The right leg kick to the side. We move the hip over the knee, and you just have to think about, are you high enough to move the hip? Is not blocked, can be helpful. Okay. So the bottom hand, the height away from the floor, it really depends from one person to the others. In your home, you can find that first. So inhale, push the floor away towards engage. Start to spin your belly a little bit, and when you exhale, push your weight backward. Length, long to the leg, long out to the spine, and out to your right hand. Bottom, be careful to not hyperextend it. 2 breaths here. You exhale, square the chest and the hip to the floor. Wait, square your hip first. Then your right hand, you thread underneath the left. You look up, hips over knee. There. Right here, your left hand, just move it a little bit away so you can have room. And then you push your chest open, and you can see it makes my shoulder blades move toward one another. And I also do one last thing, which is important in my opinion, is to lengthen my right hip backward. And I might have to adjust the hands a little bit when you do that. Inhale, come up. Alright, knees together, hands on the floor. Drop your hips side to side. spiral action before, is to rotate your inner thigh muscles in, back, and apart. So what you are doing while your leg is in this position is that you want to rotate this part of the legs to go in, go back, and go apart for one another. What you're going to see happening more, obviously, is your butt is moving back and broadening. But it's come from trying to rotate the whole leg. But I want you to do your best to focus on your inner thigh muscles. Okay? We do that action 3 times on the inhale. Chest forward, hips back. Inhale, roll your inner thigh in, back, and apart. Exhale, you let it go. And you, please, when you do that, really press the big toe side edge of your right foot strongly to the floor so it makes your ankle and your knees strong. Inhale, roll your inner thigh in, back, and apart. And you exhale, you let it go. And you grab the foot down and we come into a lunge stretch. Heels down, toes up. Square hip toward the front edge of the mat. Core engage. Spine lengthen. Inhale. Exhale. You keep all the action that you just did and encourage the stretch by bringing your trunk downward toward the legs. One exhale at a time. I want you to be here about 5 breaths. The lower your chest toward the leg while your spine is lengthening, the more stretch you're going to feel and the less support from blocks you will need. 4. And then 5. From here, bring the chest off from the leg. Ground the foot into the floor. Tuck your left toe. Dip your left knees off the floor and you pivot to the left. Okay? So, when you pivot to the left, please turn your heels in toward one another and your toes away from one another. Keep your hands on blocks and start to move from one leg to the other by put from one leg and bend the other leg. And your hands and block is still going to support you. Keep your eyes on the legs that you bend. Knee over the ankle. Knee point to the center direction with your toes. And you keep moving. Another good hip opening right here. Gradually keep your core engaged and really let your spine squeeze. Next time when your left knee is bent, you stay there and you're going to turn towards the back of your mat. So then we can do lunge stretch. So we can do the inner spiral action on the left side of the legs. Okay? So right here. Roll to the outside edge of the foot. Come out a little higher. How high do you need? That depends on you. And for me, this one will make it too high. So we're going to go a little lower. And let your body become directed on the hips, back, chest forward. Press that little toes and the back knees into the floor strong. Inhale, internal rotate your thighs in, back, and apart, and extend your chest forward. Exhale, let it go. So your spine is lengthened. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Into lunge stretch, please. Heels down, toes up, straight left leg, square hip. Core engage, spine lengthen. 5 breath, exhale. Today, you might not be able to go when you exhale, if you think you can bring your body closer to the leg, you do, to challenging your hamstrings muscle. And you bring your chest off from the legs. Get your left knee toward your right knee. Try toes toe together, knees apart. Bring your chest down. Move your hand to the left. Arms about shoulder width apart. Inhale, you feel your back body lifting. Exhale, you anchor down and push the floor away from you to feel the stretch on the right side of your body. Breathe breath deeply. Walk back center so you can continue to the other side. Find the width of your hand. Inhale, back body rise. Exhale, push your hands away from you and stretch the right side of your body. You can keep your forehead on the ground. Then come back center. Bring yourself up to sitting. Find your way back down onto your back cavity. We do windshield wiper first. Feet on the floor, dropping side to side. Bring your knees back up toward the ceiling. Right ankle above the left knee, please. And your right knee is away from you. Now, if you're tight here, it can be good for some. Any one of you who needs more stretch, you lift your left leg off the floor while you keep your right shin square to the chest. And get that left leg closer to you by holding your left leg, either the shin, either the thigh, and the chin part. The closer you bring your right shin toward the chest, the more stretch on the lateral sides of your right hip you're going to feel it. And I want to say this again, make sure that the shin part of your right leg is parallel to the chest the best you can do. If you feel like you cannot really use your own arm and you can come up the floor a little bit, remember, grab is your foot frame. Hold it while you bring it in. And keep your elbow down to the floor so you're not tensed up so much around your neck and your shoulders. Do that for 5 reps. Let it go and have your left foot on the floor. Shoulders wide open, ground, your hands down, palm facing up. Exhale, drop your legs to the left. Right foot to the floor, right knee toward the ceiling. If you feel like you cannot quite bring the foot down, maybe slide your left leg to the right a bit. It may help you to get that right foot to the floor. 5 reps again. Excellent. When you are so close to the ground like this is the time that you work with the gravity. And you just hold the shape of the toes with feet heavily. Let the breath and the gravity work with the jaw softly. Come back up, inhale. Switch leg twist. Right foot down, left ankle above your right knee. And the left knee is away from you, stretch your toes. See if where you are is enough or not. You start to draw your right leg in. Keep the left chin square, spread your toes. Do 5 reps here. You let go your right leg, keep the shape of the leg. Arms out, palm facing up, shoulder grab it. Hands down, drop your wrist to the right. And your left knee towards the ceiling. So you stretch the lateral side of your legs. Feel it twisting in your arm to the post. Your back will arch, but you will try to go to the opposite side of the breath when your pose is steady. Because that will increase the stretching feeling in the body. That you are not moving your body any longer. It's energetically, you feel like you move and you send that energy downward through the back toward the forehead. Inhale, come back up to center. This is pretty much done, everybody. From here you can take Shavasana. Check in with the body, see if you need to move anything at all, like your back muscles. You can rest by your feet on the floor, knees together, and right hands over left. I'm going to pick this one, and you just rest it on your belly, open your eyes. You do 7 deep breaths here. Feel the sensation in your body. Expand and soften. Mindfully, feel the movement of your chest. Go to the right side of your neck. Press onto your hand. Bring yourself back up to sitting. Anjali Mudra, hand up between your eyebrow. Just gently bow to yourself. Hope the video is really useful for some of you out there. If you like it, please give it a thumb up. And if you want more tips and exercise, please subscribe with Aphinya Yoga, and we'll be grateful for that. And hopefully you will feel that sharing this video with others is a gift to help them to be healthier and more
flexible and more relaxing, more opening as well. Have a good day, everybody.